Namaste. I am Jyoti. I am the founder director of Ajanta Vihara Institute of Spiritual Sciences, and once again I am back with full moon energy updates. This full moon, of course, is very special because today, especially in India, today is also the day that Lord Ganesha, our very own Ganpati, is going back to his abode, his home. So he's going to leave us this year. Of course, his blessings will remain, his lights will remain, but he is going back. Today is also a very important day because this day signifies, that is, his resurgence signifies that we are letting go of our attachment to anything that is form or matter, because today you take the Ganesha idol and you immerse it into the water. So it is also a day of detachment, so why not focus on that? One of the most important thing for us to understand is why we experience so much of suffering, why we experience so much of disappointment, why do we experience so much of emotional pain, so much of lack of happiness. It essentially happens because of our attachment and expectations. When we are attached to anything, we have expectations, and these expectations then start to bring in fear. And fear is going to bring in a lot of negative emotion, which means fear is going to pull you into a frequency range of 20 to 175 hertz. For your emotions, which means all your negative emotions, say anger, shame, apathy, everything comes into that. Disappointment, jealousy, everything is into that. The day you decide to choose to not feel that you're a victim anymore is the day you show some courage, and that's 210 hertz frequency. And the day you because of course you're showing the courage, that means you're moving out of the victimhood. That means your ego is giving way to a thought in your mind that says, I don't want to suffer anymore, and I want to take accountability for whatever is happening to me. It is nobody else but my own attachment to everything that's causing me this pain, this suffering, is when you show willingness to heal. And when you show willingness to heal, of course, love happens. Now, the reason full moon becomes extremely important, and I keep saying it again and again, is because water frequencies are very high. Now, people ask me, so what if water frequencies are high? Well, of course, if your frequencies are going to be above 200-300 hertz, then you are going to be experiencing a more positive thought process, positive emotions, right? Also, you have to understand that we are about 96% phase 4 water, or we are essentially water, which means like each and every water body in this world gets affected, we also get affected. But water is also, if water comes into its highest activation, like highest of the frequency, then water is 500-600 plus frequency, right? And that is a intuitive frequency, which means your intuition gets activated, your connection to the intuitive guidance, the connection to higher consciousness becomes very strong. And that is why water is considered to be an essential medium for channeling into intuitive guidance. And that's why I always encourage the use of water. In fact, in our institute, I teach it to my students as to how to use water for channeling, for intuitive channeling, and also for tapping into various consciousness, whether it is, the lower consciousness, which is your suffering, pain, fear, or higher consciousness like love, trust, truth, healing. So you can, through water, travel into any frequency. Now, today being a full moon, and today not only being a full moon, there are a lot of other things happening astrologically. If you were to look at the energy shifts, and also, based on, especially in India, the festivals that we are celebrating, there are multiple festivals that are falling today in India. Energetically, this is a very, very important day because there is a lot of cleansing happening. Like most of the full moons do the cleansing. Today also there's a lot of cleansing happening. But one unique thing that's happening for last 10 days or so, or maybe over 15 days prior to this full moon, that is, when the new moon period kind of got over and the full moon started, right? So what is happening is feminine energies which are in a body of a woman. So like say a woman, for example, is connected to her feminine energies, right? So that means she's embodying her feminine energies more than her masculine energy. They are going through some intense cleansing of their womb, their emotions, their past scars, past pains, past suffering. So a lot of you might be experiencing your monthly cycle, your menstrual cycle happening around the full moon, and it might be very painful, or it might just be really, really messy menstrual cycle. That's happening because you are letting go, your body is letting go of all that old stagnant energy, because energetically we are in a very high frequency as far as the feminine energy is concerned. So if you are embodying your feminine energy as a gender female, then this is what you will be experiencing. You could have a lot of cramps in your abdomen, you might have your stomach going on a toss, you might experience cramps in your legs, might experience a lot of headache, might experience complete flushing of toxins from your stomach through upset stomach, and might experience a lot of urinary tract infection right now, yeast infection. All this is happening because your body is going through a cleansing process. It is happening to the whole collective in different ways. If you are if you're embodying your feminine energy, but you are in a body, a masculine body, a male body, then you are experiencing it differently. It is going to be experienced, the whole cleansing is going to be experienced as a lot of anxiety, sense of loss of control, because your ego is being is being challenged, and ego is giving way to to you allowing healing for yourself. So a lot of old wounds for you also are coming up, but these old wounds are coming as anxieties, these old wounds are again coming up as anger, old wounds are coming up, of course, at stomach getting upset, like in feminine, in female body that I spoke about. But in case of those who are embodying their feminine energies in male body, it is a lot of emotional emotional shaking up that's happening, while for those who are embodying feminine energy in female body, there is a lot of physical shaking up that's happening, because they've been storing a lot of their emotional stuff, and it's getting released. But the ones in masculine bodies have been in denial of a lot of their emotions, so that's getting shaken up. So depending on which gender you belong to, irrespective of the gender, if you are embodying your feminine energies, now let's understand what feminine energies are. Your ability to nurture, care, create, be loving, be healing, be compassionate, be empathetic, be sensitive, be emotional, being understanding, being there for somebody. You see, if you are having those as a part of your personality, as a part of who you are, then that's feminine energy, right? If you are more into your masculine, then of course this full moon is all about ego. Next few full moons are going to be about your ego. Your ego is going to be challenged and your ego is going to be shattered, because the frequencies are shifting. I'm not predicting something bad for you. The energies are shifting, and at that energy, ego, which essentially is a defense mechanism of fear, will start to get disintegrate, because there is a shift in the environmental frequency. There's a shift in the collective, which means fear is going to disintegrate and become less and less for many people, and it has already started for a lot of feminine energies, and that's why you see a lot of them taking control of their life, standing up for themselves, speaking for themselves, and a lot of even those who were just connected to their masculine energies are now getting ready to embrace their feminine energies. So this is generally for you to understand what are the areas you need to focus on. Now, of course, it's a full moon. Please do your breathing. It is very important. The deep breathing that we talk about, please do that deep breathing. That is, inhale deep, hold your breath. When you can't hold your breath, contract your stomach and very, very slowly exhale. Once you've done 10 counts of this, you can sit outside somewhere for next 2-3 days. 3 days is a good time, starting today, or next to your window if you're in an apartment, or your balcony, or if nothing, then sit inside the house. If you have something outside, that would be really nice, or go to a water body. That's the best way to do your full moon affirmations. So the affirmation that I'm leaving you with for this full moon is a very simple affirmation, but a very powerful affirmation. All that you need to say is, I release myself of any attachment and expectations I have from, say, your pain, your suffering, your fears. So once again, I release myself of all the attachments and expectations I have from my fears, from my pain, from my suffering, and I claim my power back to my center. This is your center. Your heart chakra is your center. Once again, I release myself of all the attachment and expectations I have from my pain, from my suffering, from my fears, and I claim my power back to my center. Now, for example, if there is anything specific, a specific person, an experience, say your partner, and you've just broken up, right? Or your job, you've just left it but you're not able to let go, or you want to leave the job but you're not able to let go, then focus on that and say for example, your partner, XYZ, I release myself of all the attachment and expectations I have from XYZ, and I claim all my power back to my center. Or for your job, I release myself of all the attachment and attachment and expectations that I have from this job, and I claim my power back to my center. That's all you have to do. Do it at least 11 times, 21 times, as many times as you feel guided to. Keep drinking water while you're doing it, because when you drink the water, and hold the water while you're saying it. So before drinking, hold the water and say this affirmation a few times, and then drink. This water will become a charged water. Keep drinking slowly, sip by sip, and keep affirming. And at night also, you can actually take a glass of water and say the same affirmation and keep the glass next to you. So next morning when you will get up, that will be a very, very charged water. You can write it also on a sticky note, on the post-it or sticky note, and write the same affirmation and stick it onto the glass or the bottle of water, and leave it at night, and next day you can drink the whole day. That's going to really bring in a powerful cleansing, and that's going to really shift your frequency this full moon. I hope this helps. In case you've got any kind of insights, any kind of experience you want to share with me, or ask me questions as to how you can make your full moons beautiful, specific to your needs and requirements, do write to us in our comment section, and I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible.